really proud of our team. Fun day in the Valley. Another great crowd, great environment. Just proud of our guys. I mean, it was a dominant win, but still, you know, left a lot out there. Really defensively, just an awesome day. 98 total yards in modern day football. That's hard to do. So really proud of our defense. 5 sacks and a bunch of big plays, the takeaways, the safety. And I thought Trotter was outstanding once again. You know, KJ, good to see Toriano get in there and get a little sack. And then good to get Trenton Simpson back. He made 2 huge, monstrous plays in the open field there. So really proud of him with a couple sacks as well. But just a great day defensively outside of a couple, you know, 98 total yards, and I think 40 came on one play. So didn't fit that one up right, but just a great day. Thought we were solid in special teams, and you know, just you know, offensively, really as good as it can be that first half. I mean, just crisp and just great execution. In the second half, you know, I thought we were getting rid of that turnover bug, and then all of a sudden we're loose with the ball again, like 3 times in a row, and it's frustrating because I really thought Street and the staff, I mean, man, they really did a great job on both sides of the ball. Our players were in position to be successful, and you know, but you got to make the plays, and it was just a lot of missed plays. Had a huge drop that's going to go inside the red zone, and then we had a big play. We fumbled it on the 5 with Davis there. He's our best player. He's as good a player as we got on this team. And then we take the sack on a quick game out. It's on DJ. It's, you know, it's not on J Mac. It's a quick game protection. The ball's got to be gone, and you know, you get a sack as opposed to just throw it away and let's punt the ball. You know, and now you're in a bind. Give them a short field to get the score. So that was disappointing, but man, we really did a lot of good things. I mean, 14 of 19 on third down that's incredible, 73%, and that's just great preparation and great execution by the guys. We spread the ball around, a lot of balance today. I thought DJ was really good. Obviously had a couple mistakes, but some big plays, and you know, he had his career high in rushing, and you know, he's really become a very effective runner. He's really learned how to be patient. He's made some big plays. We have 89 yards today, so created some explosives. A lot of different guys touched the ball, so a lot of good things. Biggest, you know, obviously disappointment was just the third quarter there with those turnovers cost us some opportunity. But all in all, great day. You know, to finish undefeated in our league in the season, that's hard to do. So I'm really proud of our guys there, and you know, we're playing really good in some areas. But we've got a little stretch here of turnovers that hopefully we can play our way out of that. But great senior day, and again, to get a 10th win, 12 years in a row, and to be a part of that is historic, and it's just incredible. You know, there's a lot of teams out there that win every now and then, but to be able to do something like that over and over and over and over and over again is just incredible, and really is. So credit goes to the players. You know, it's just pretty cool. You know, the 10-win streak started back in 2011, and Philip Price was my left tackle, and we got our 12th today. And Luke Price had a big touchdown in his 6th year for the Tigers. So really, just again, a lot of good stuff out there that we can grow from. And so now it's you know, we're 10-1, and now we, you know, kind of our regular season is over, if you will. You know, South Carolina has a goal of its own for us. It's a season of its own, and so it's that time. And looking forward to, you know, another great time in the Valley next week, and see if we can continue to add momentum to our season.
What did you drew the offense together?
Yeah, I mean, it was just sloppy. I mean, we're just stopping ourselves and just really challenging them to, like, let's go put a drive together. And they did. They responded. You know, we put a good drive together, went down and scored. That was really good. It just, you know, it's frustrating. and they know that. I mean, it just felt like we needed to just kind of like let's get back on track here. Let's finish well. You know, we can't do anything about what happened in the third quarter. And we were really driving the ball and doing stuff. We just goodness gracious, you know, and it's hard to get in rhythm when you have mistakes like that or you have big drops or something. So, you know, I hate it, but they played their way out of it, and again, they responded and finished really well. And I was glad to, you know, we haven't been able to put our backups in a lot this year. And so to be able to put all those twos in, and, you know, I mean, some people say probably should take I mean, there's no way I was going to take a knee right there. Those kids need to play. They practice. They deserve to play. They need the opportunity. There's no way we can grade Dietrich Pennington if I don't let them play. And so we kept it pretty simple. And, you know, those kids, then they went and punched it in. And, you know, we just got we got some seniors in there that really haven't had an opportunity to play, that these guys all really respect. So it was a good finish and a great win. And, you know, like I said, we got one more to go here at home, and we got to have a great week.
Coach, it was a nice play call on that TD to Luke Price. They're probably expecting him to come in and block and not leak into the end zone as a receiver. Have you been sitting on that play for a while?
Well, we've had a couple of plays like that with him, but that particular play we put in this week. You know, really glad it worked out. You know, it's kind of a play from the 3-yard line in, and, you know, it was on the 2, first and goal on the 2, and it was kind of just the right time, you know, if it's not there, throw it away. We probably would have come back and run it right there, but I'm really glad it worked out. It was a good, guys were super, they love Luke. Luke's he's really one of the most respected kids on this team. You know, he looks like he's a little rough around the edges, but he's one of the nicest guys on this team. Again, one of the smartest, one of the most respected, one of the most toughest guys we got. It was really fun to see him have that moment. And again, for the reaction of his teammates, they were so happy for him. That guy's been through a lot in 6 years. And I will say this, Luke Price, he'd play a 7th if he could. He has loved every second of every bit of his football career, and just really proud of him. It was fun.
The linebackers, just how have you seen that group grow throughout the years?
Yeah, man, Trotter's starting to really settle in. He's just kind of coming into his own and starting to really be that quarterback that we need. I mean, did he make some plays or what? I mean, he had. I can't wait to watch the tape. He is, and this kid's a first-year starter. You know, he is really settling in. And then Barrett, same thing, man. It's been good. And then getting Trenton back, and then just kind of getting him out on the edge a little bit and freeing him up to where we could kind of use his speed and just. I mean, he was a problem, and he made 2 huge plays. So, we've got a good group right there, really good group. But Trotter's kind of setting the tone for us, and I'm proud of how he's progressed, you know, throughout this season.
With the turnovers, and particularly all the fumbles, do you just chalk that up to bad luck, or do you think that any of it's becoming mental and guys we can think about?
You know, I mean, I think you can make it. I mean, Davis Allen, how many fumbles has he had in his career? I mean, you know, it just, I can't say anything but bad luck on that. It was a great throw, great catch, and kid made a good hit on him. You know, watch the tape and see if we can coach something fundamental on it. You know, the sack, fumble, you know, it's a quick game call. That guy came all the way from, I mean, Jordan's thinking it's quick game protection. The ball's gone. You know, he just did his job, stayed inside, ran him up. That guy came all the way backside, and DJ, he's got to let it go. You know, he wants to make every play, and you know, it's not, if it's not there, just throw it away. There's nothing wrong with punting the ball, right? It's, you know, like punt it. And instead, it's a sack, fumble, and, you know, here they go. And so that we can do something about. That's not in anybody's head or anything. That's just bad football. That's just not playing within the system. And then, what was the other one? The interception, our receiver just stopped running. I mean, he just stopped running. I don't know, you know, I don't know, he thought he saw something or whatever. It's the crossing route, you know, DJ's throwing the ball like, you know, I mean, like he's running. He's trying to hit it. It's a timing play, and for some reason he just stopped running. So that's doing your job. You know, that's not mental. That's not anything. That's just not being on the same page. You know, so definitely can clean that up and just be a little more disciplined in doing your job.
Coach, 7 years, Clemson has outscored Miami in the last 4 meetings, 178-30. This speaks volumes about both sides of the ball. I mean, how do you tie up this winning streak and breaking the overall tie against the Canes, and just shows you what the team is made of?
The overall tie.
The series have been tied 7-7.
Oh, okay.
6-6.
Well, I didn't know that. There you go. That's good. I mean, the good players. That's probably it. I mean, our guys have stepped up and played well. You know, when we've had opportunities, we played them. We played them COVID year. Is that right? 20? Was that last time we played them? And obviously played them in the championship game. 17 maybe. 17. And
15, it was the 58-0 win.
15 down there. Well, you know, man, those were some good teams. I mean, 15 was a team that went to the national championship, and 17 went to the playoffs, and 20 was a playoff football team, good football team, and we got a good team tonight. So I think it's not rocket science. I just think our guys have, you know, we've been a consistent program. They've obviously had some transition. You know, I think Mario's going to do a great job. I think he's really trying to just, you know, build. I wouldn't even say rebuild. I think he's trying to truly build, you know, the culture that he wants, and he has a vision for that. You know, I thought they played tough and they kept competing, and I think that's a sign, you know, that he's making some progress.
Marcus Tate, is
Yeah, he tweaked his knee. I don't really know. They don't think it's too serious, but you know, it's until you get an MRI, you don't really want to speculate on that stuff. But it looked like his MCL, ACL was all good. But again, until you do an MRI, you just never know. So hopefully he'll be okay. And old Mitchell Mays and went back in there and played a solid game for us again. So he's played some tackle, he's played guard, he's right guard, left guard. He's done a little bit of everything. So it's good to see him. It's good to not notice him, honestly. You know, that's probably the best part. I really hadn't noticed him much. So he's doing his job.
Coach, that diving tackle by Trotter on 4th and 1. I think you were up 24-0 at the time. That kind of want to is a pretty good example for your whole team, isn't it?
Yeah, it was awesome. You know, they didn't want to let him score. You know, they were disappointed with the you know, a couple plays there, and then obviously the fumble, the turnover put them in a really bad spot. And we didn't cover we busted an assignment and did not cover the RPO guy coming out in flat there. You know, it'll make us better. But man, that was a huge play. That was a huge play. We had a bunch of them. So just great effort. I mean, again, they only had 42 plays and you know, 6 first downs and 98 yards. And again, 40 of that came on one play. That's all you can do is tip your hat to those guys. They were outstanding. Great job by the coaches. Great job by the players. Didn't have Brzee. You know, he had strep throat, and we were kind of holding out till 3:30 whether or not. I was hoping he'd show up at the Tiger Walk, but he just, you know, he bless his heart. You know, his fever broke yesterday, but he just wasn't quite able to go. So, but I think he's about kicked it. So man, it was good. Good to see Trey get a big fumble recovery out there, and you know, Peyton Page did some good things. I mean, a lot of those guys, you know, stepped up and did a nice job for us.
What was the position, so we put Trick back and say, was that something y'all were considering before last week when his absence necessitated putting Barry?
We were talking about it a little bit, but it just kind of, you know, gave us the opportunity to really kind of, you know, see how Barrett would do, and obviously he was ACC linebacker of the week, so really kind of took to it like fish to water, and you know, Trenton missed a lot of practice, and again taking a little bit of just kind of we had a good plan to get him back going tonight, you know, but took a little bit off of him. But man, freed him up and you know, he was able to come off the edge a little bit and make a couple plays in space that just was awesome to see. And I think the combination of where we are right now is what's best for our football team right now.
Coach, DJ connected with 12 different receivers today, and he, from the outside looking in, he looked very decisive. He was very quick with his reads, either getting rid of the ball or tucking the ball and running. Maybe different than how he'd been at times earlier in the season or in his career. Has that been a point of emphasis to get rid of the ball quicker or make quicker decisions?
Yeah, just play within the system, you know, just do what he does in practice. He took 2 sacks today. I mean, he had 2. The good thing about the first one, you know, they went 2-man on us, and you know, it's good and bad. He's very confident in the pocket, and he's very confident in his guys, and he'll hang in there sometimes, you know, like too long. And the one he took, they went 2-man, and he just we had a little crossing pattern there, a little mesh play, and it didn't pop. We had one guy we thought got held, but it didn't pop clean. And it's 2-man, and he held it, and he's got to recognize that. It's, you know, it's 3rd and 5, you know, and in 2-man, your quarterback's got you've got to run the ball. You know, maybe you make 4th and 1 right there. But there was a lot of opportunity for run. The good thing about that is he came back a couple of times in the game where same thing, because when you have a 2-man scheme, you're vulnerable to quarterback run if you can find a little path. And 2 more times in the game, he had the exact same situation, and he went and got the first down. And that's a problem. You know, that's why you have to really pick your spots when you play a 2-man, you know, defense, because you expose yourself to the quarterback. So you got to be really disciplined with your rush lanes and how you cage the quarterback and all that stuff, because if you don't, it's going to go a ways. And so he came back and really did a great job a couple of different times. And then, as I said earlier, you know, we were running a little option route with Antonio, and he just held on to it too long. That ball's got to be gone, and he got a sack there. So, but you know, those 2 plays were bad plays, but you know, he got a million good ones. We spend a lot of time focusing on what he doesn't do good. Man, that guy played outstanding. I mean, she's almighty. I mean, 14 of 19 on 3rd down. I mean, you know, I don't know, his completion percentage was awesome. He made some great runs. That touchdown run was awesome. He made some big-time throws. He made some big-time, whatever we finished with, we should have had more, because he made some big-time throws that we didn't make. So, you know, it's never perfect, but man, he was outstanding. And we just try to get him to just take what he does in practice. I thought he had a great week of practice. And again, that's 2 games in a row now. He's gotten back on track. And when he plays well, we win. And we need him to play well. He doesn't have to play perfect. We just got to play well. And then the guys around him have to play well. And again, that's what kind of sputtered us in the 3rd quarter. It wasn't DJ, it was the guys around him. You know, outside of maybe 1 play. But so I'm proud of him. It was a good game, and again, good to get Cade in there again. He's kind of gotten in some games now, and just hopefully we can keep getting him going, because he's got a bright future. And you know, I thought he made some nice plays as well.
Did Adam Randall and Cole Turner get involved a little bit?
Yeah. Adam made a great play, but he broke his hand. He broke a bone, and you know. But it's not something that's going to keep him out. It's not a surgical thing. It's on the very top. So, but you have to kind of take it together. I think that's why he dropped that slant. You know, but he's a tough kid. That was a great play he made. He's going to be special. I mean, he really is. And you know, how about old Cole Turner? I mean, he don't flinch. Kid just goes. That's just who he is, man. He hadn't played a snap all year, and he just goes, no big deal, 3rd and 10, he just, you know, no big deal. I'll catch a tightrope on the sideline, you know, tiptoe, no big deal. That's just who he is. The kid's, he's going to be outstanding. He's going to be something special. All 3 of those freshmen are made of the right stuff and going to be a lot of fun to coach these next few years. So it's good to be able to kind of get him going a little bit, and then Adam will bounce back, and he'll be able to practice all week. Again, not anything surgical, but just a little bone right on top of his hand that he'll have to cover, and he really needs to kind of practice with it for the week to kind of get used to, you know, how they got to tape his fingers there. But, so it'll heal up eventually.
He's gonna try to play through it.
Yeah.
That was on that jump ball.
Yeah.
Coach, seems like you've had a lot of batted balls at the line of scrimmage this
Yep.
season. A couple more tonight. One of them by Mickens
Yep.
led to the pick. How much of a point of emphasis is that, getting those hands up?
Yeah, well, you know, that's what we always coach. You know, if you can't get there, get your hands up, right? You know, you got to have some instincts when it comes to that stuff. But I appreciate you breaking up. How about Mickens? Is he a good football player or what? That kid, he's just kind of stealth, right? He just does his job. He's a very instinctive player. He's got a lot of football savvy. He's got football speed. He's got game speed. And he just kind of makes plays. You know, that was a huge play. And good to see one of our seniors, JP, come up with that interception. Luke, a senior, touchdown. Davis, how about the throw and catch by I mean, DJ put that ball in the like 2-inch space that 84 had a chance to make a play on it. And it was a great catch by Davis. So a lot of seniors made some contribution as well tonight.
You could be back in the running back room, is it like in
Yeah,
about full health
great
twice now?
to get Kobe back going, and he made a great play on that angle route. That was another great play by DJ. We saw it, we knew right away, hey, we're gonna have the angle route, you know, because the way they were gonna play their safeties and the structure of the defense, and so it was good. You know, we're all saying we got the angle, and man, good to see DJ read it, make the right decision. The ball was a little low, and Kobe made a heck of a play on that. That was a really nice play. But he's had a tough year, but it's, you know, I'm glad we were able to hold him last week because I think that gave him another week just to kind of continue to heal, and good to work him in there and get all three of those guys opportunities.
Coach.
What's it been like, I know you've had coach all three of your sons, but specifically with Drew tonight, for him being his senior night, just
Yeah.
speaking to that and just how he was so close to getting a touchdown. Just,
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, what's
Yeah.
that like for you? Just, obviously you're his coach, but just as his dad as well.
Oh,
what's
I'm
that
proud
like
of
for
him. You know, so we always, on our Friday night, senior night, we do a big meeting. We have a meeting every Friday night, but the Friday night before senior day is, it's always a pretty emotional meeting. You know, and we really talk and honor about our seniors. But I let the parents kind of run that meeting, you know, and so obviously I'm there, but all the parents, you know, we have audio, and it's really a special night, and it's really cool to, you know, because these are grown men, right? But they're still just little boys to their parents, and to hear the comments from the parents, and you know, for them to be able to express their feelings to them in that way is pretty special in front of all their peers. And Kath did a great job of talking for Drew, and then you know, and back-to-back years now, I've had a lot of pressure on me because they want me to talk right there on the spot, and so it's tough, and you know, but it's emotional. I'm really proud of Drew. I mean, he's a really special young man. He's just a great person. He's kind of he's like a rock in our family. He's very steady. He's that middle child, and he's just easy, and he's always been that way. He's one of the kindest, most loving kids I've ever been around. He's getting married in March. He's unbelievably strong in his faith. I mean, he's inspiring to me. He really inspires me in my faith in watching Drew and how he lives his life. And he's one of the most respected guys on this team too. You know, and it's not hard when your last name is what his is, but these guys love him. He's a grinder. He's really developed into a very dependable player, and takes a lot of pride in his role. So, man, we trust him. I mean, we really do. Street trusts him, Grish trusts him, and he's just a servant. He really is. He's got a servant's heart, and I'm really proud of him. And you know, he's what you want all the players to be like. And he's my son, but he truly is what you want all the players to be like. He takes advantage of everything holistically that this program offers, and he's a great example. you know, to his teammates and for everybody who knows him. So I'm proud of him, and you know, it's sad. It's emotional. You know, I'm a parent too. Can't believe it. Back-to-back kids rolling around here. He's getting his MBA. He's an unbelievable student. You know, I think he's made 1B in all of his college career. You know, so he's pretty special. Now he's getting his MBA. Like I said, getting married in March, and I guess what comes next is being a granddad, which I can't. I'll be Papa Bo or something. I got to come up with a name. I don't know what to be. One of these days, no pressure, MC and Drew. I guess that's what comes next. Can't wrap my mind. I'm only 50. I'm gonna be 53 tomorrow, by the way. So it's my birthday tomorrow. It's Keith McGuire's birthday tomorrow. It's Jonathan White's birthday tomorrow, who got the chance to get in there tonight and kick an extra point, which was really cool. So. Yeah, it's a blessing. And then my man Clay, he's a red shirt and broke his foot. He got to put a screw in his foot. You know, so he's had a tough couple weeks, but it's all good.
So, Coach, according to Ross, you joined Bear Bryant, Fielding Yost, and Darrell Royal as the only coaches to win 40 straight home games. Is that kind of hard to get your head around?
Do I know Fielding Yost?
Michigan.
Early 1900s Michigan.
Okay, all right. I missed that one. I know Bear Bryant. Who's the other one?
Darrell Royal, Texas.
I know him too. So I know I miss Fielding Yost. I got to look that one up. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, I mean, I can't. I really don't have a word. I can't even really process it, and I'm not trying to process it. It's not really something you set out to do. I mean, it's just not. I mean, I'm thankful to be a part of it, and it's really cool that our guys take a lot of pride in something like that. And it's just a credit to the players. I mean, you don't do anything like that by yourself. It's just incredible to, you know, be a part of something that's historic. I mean, that's something that, you know, somebody may not do again. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's just really, really cool to be a part of that. The 12-10 win seasons is special. You know, that's one of those things that when I hang my whistle up, you know, I'll be most proud of. Consistency. And 11 out of 12 years top 10 academically on top of that. You know, so consistency on and off the field, not perfection, but consistency. That's what we did set out to do. Didn't set out to have 12, 10 plus win seasons or whatever it ends up being, but we did set out to be a consistent program that had a chance year in and year out. Because it felt like if we could do that and build that and have that type of culture, and man, you'll have those years, you know, when it all goes the way you want it to go. But yeah, it's amazing to be a part of it. It really is. And you know, it's one of those things that's really good at Clemson because they come on the field whether you win or lose at Clemson. It's a lot better when you win. So that's been good.
Any questions virtually for Coach?
Hey Dabo, it's Anna Adams. Does the first half, especially the first quarter, just show the ceiling of this offense and what Streeter has at his disposal playbook-wise when the offense is staying on schedule? I think not many third and longs and just one negative play on those first 2 touchdown drives.
Absolutely, no question. I mean that's what they can do. I mean we have the ability to be explosive. We have the ability to be balanced. You know, but it takes good execution, consistent execution. And man, it was awesome. Those guys were that was as much complimentary football as we've played all year, and it's good for those guys to see that and to get a glimpse of that. And it just, I think, motivates them even more to believe in what they can do and to correct some of the mistakes. And again, you got a couple unfortunate things, but you know, I think their belief is really, really high in what they are capable of doing, and then same thing for the defense to come off a game like that. That builds a lot of confidence for these guys down the stretch.
Anyone else for Coach? All right, thank you, Coach.